Hey folks, this is Babbaginator. Just remembering to turn on my mic. We're here in the long dark, currently hanging out Crumbling Highway. On our way back to Coastal Highway. We're trying to get a little bit of crafting in while we can. Let's see, I think we are at the stage where
This pack
we
is getting too heavy to carry.
made 12 arrows. And I think we don't have enough to do a bow yet. We're waiting for guts to cure. Yeah, so when the guts cure, we'll be able to make a bow. So we can drop this. Everything else is in good condition. This is bonus right now since we don't actually have a flare. We really need this. Easy way to start a fire. Much cloth? We only have one piece of cloth left, so let's save that. What the weather's like. The weather's terrible. That's why we're inside. Just break down a little bit more. We'll do it on wait. Let's see what it's like now.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Still pretty bad. My European roommate's doing a very European thing right now. Went to the park with a picnic blanket so that they could read a magazine and chill out. Apparently this is something that a lot of Germans do, but yeah, less common here. I think we would do it if we were at a beach. Or middle of the day. But, like, yeah, dusk, less likely.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Anyways, hope they had a good time reading. This does not sound good. Makes me feel like we're going to end up in the cave. Using a flare to boil water. I think that's what we should plan on. Because, I mean, food-wise... Oh, okay, we're out of forage. That we're really out of water too. So that's a problem. Not careful will be.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay.
I could eat a horse. So I had a pretty busy day. I'd like to say productive in different ways. I ran a bunch of errands. I got around finally to bought a bookcase a while back because I wanted something. But you can't see it right now because I have like sort of the whatchamacallit and the virtual green screen up right now, so you can't see anything. But I'll show you what it looks like. So, anyways, I wanted to build a better backdrop for myself. And so, yeah, I've been working on this. So in order to do this, I bought and put together a second bookcase to stick on top of like one of those cube things that you get from IKEA. Let's see here. Show you what it looks like. So yeah, so I put a second bookcase on top of the cube, and see if you can see that. So yeah, second bookcase on top of the cube, and filled it mostly with my RPG related stuff. And there's a few other things, kind of miscellaneous things in there, but mostly game related things. And then also behind me now is I put up my degrees, my PhD, my MFA, and my bachelor's. I'm going to get another one in November, which will be my Master's of Library and Information Science, and I'll have to figure out where to stick it. I mean, I could run them all down there, but it looks kind of weird to have such a long line of them. I might put them in 4, so 2 and 2 by 2. We'll see. And then you can see there's an area above the bed that's completely blank. On Monday, I get a headboard coming in. So part of that space will be occupied by a headboard. But then above the bed, I still need to add in, I think, a painting or some sort of image. I want to do some sort of art and put it in there. And then that would kind of chunk this out, section this off so that it feels like it's less of this big blank white space behind me and more of an actual, like, representative space of what I do. So Yeah, the room's too small to move the bed to a different angle. That is what it is. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like currently. Oh, then we'll go back to our other. Yeah. Yeah, for those interested, this is our challenge, and this is my bio. Is there anything else to make? No. My roommate's back. I'll pop my head up and say hi for a second. Okay, back again. Yeah. Thought my roommate was back. Not back yet. Guess there's still a little bit of light left. I think I need dark or it's going to be too dark. But it also depends which park they ended up going to.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Cooking's almost at 4. I
think tomorrow we're going to go out beachcombing and see if we can find some fish.
I could eat a horse.
So, I have been... So, the funny thing is, I spent a big chunk of this past week working on a job application and rushing to get it in. And then as soon as it went in, I was like, oops, I forgot to indicate my availability date. And number two, I'm wondering if I'm too qualified. As in, the pay is not very good, so this type of position is being advertised for either a library assistant or a librarian. But the reality is, if you're a professional librarian with a library science degree, you're not likely to take this role or stay in it for long periods of time because the pay is significantly below what your market rate should be. So, they just hired someone, maybe about 6 months ago, or a year ago, and I think it was 6 months ago. 6 months ago, he got hired, and he stayed there for 6 months, and then got another job and moved on. So it really depends on if they're fine with constantly replacing people because they can't really afford to keep the people that they need. Or if they want someone who will be there longer, in which case they probably should hire someone with less experience or who is retired. So I think I may end up disqualifying myself for looking like someone that could probably find a job, in a different job market here. It should be a much easier time for me to find work. So, it's got to be pretty obvious that I'll be there for a few months until something else comes up. So yeah, I don't know. And there's already like a different position that's I've heard will be listed in September that would be a temporary role, but it would be better pay and within an institution I want to work at that I have a closer tie to. So we'll see. Or I may just end up picking up a lot of contract work. And yeah, so because of that, I've been thinking, if this position that I applied for does not pan out, then September through to December, I have about 12 to maybe a max of 15 hours of work each week in the present job that I have. So I will need to be doing writing coaching, doing a second job, or possibly running D&D games online. So I might hang out my shingle that way and start working through, start playing. So I started doing research on that. I did research a few years back. And at the time, I didn't think it would be the right move for me. But I think this time around, kind of what I'm feeling is that if it's not my only source of income, so I'm not depending on DMing,
but you know, it's supplemental to other work that I'm doing, then that might be fine. Okay, let's leave behind 10. Strong 5. Drop this to. I mean, we could keep it going all night long. Right here. Maybe we should. Look, we got 30 pieces of coal. That's a lot of coal. Yeah, I think we'll do this.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 6. It's getting dimmer up here, but it's not, the sun hasn't gone down yet. What can we do? Got leather.
Ah, I'm starving.
We really want to harvest that deer out there. back already. Okay, back again. We are going to go out there. And harvest that deer. Rabbit died. I'm gonna get a free rabbit too.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Well, at least we got the rabbit. The wind just changed. That's not good.
God, I could eat a horse.
Oh, that looks bad.
I'm gonna need to eat soon. Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Where you at? Where you at? Oh, wait.
I could eat a horse.
Yeah, we're gonna need a
Same
deer.
because I love horses.
Same diff. Four-legged creature.
Come on, little fire. Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
Okay, let's see if I can pick up feathers. Go, go. I knew you were going to be ready. Little wolf.
Where you at? Oh. No, we came up here. It's really rare to see the wolf up in this area.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
One, 57. Maybe one more night. Maybe if we're lucky. Hey, Linneus, how's it going? It's been a pretty good day. Ran a bunch of errands, got all of the work done. I've been working on redesigning or redecorating part of my room. So one of the things I've been doing is, here, I'll show you. So yeah, I've been, oops. So one of the things I've been doing is I've been wanting to do this for a while, and that's my room has the backdrop behind me is, if I don't have this virtual screen up, it's really boring, or it has been really boring. It's just been pretty much you can see part of my bed, and you can see just a big blank wall with nothing there. So I've been planning for this for a while, and I've started doing the work on it. So I had ordered a bookcase to stick on top of the IKEA cube that I have already there. And I wanted to move most of my RPG materials into that bookcase, and then wanted to get a headboard for my bed, and I also wanted to stick up I've been dragging my feet about putting up my my degrees, my diplomas. So I finally got 2/3 of that done, so it looks like this now. So you can see I have my degrees up, and I have my bookcase full of role-playing game stuff, and then the headboard comes in on Monday, and I need to add maybe like a painting or some artwork above the bed, I think. And then it should be fine. It should look pretty good. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So Monday will be a little bit better in terms of, oops, let's see here. Let's get rid of this guy. Block. Don't need you trying to sell us stuff. yeah, so mainly that's what I've been doing. I also did a little bit of shopping today. I've been one of my goals this summer has been to kind of update my wardrobe so I look less like a teenage gamer, which is kind of sad, or like a programmer, ex-programmer from the games industry, which means that mostly t-shirts, right, and jeans. It's not a bad look. It's just not exactly my professional look that I want. I'm trying to come up with a more professional grown-up look, right? So grown-up is too harsh. I still wear my gaming t-shirts some of the time, but I did want something that looked a little bit more versatile, like I could wear it in a few other settings. Otherwise, I just have I have a suit, which I wear for pretty formal situations, and then I have much more casual outfits. And so this summer has been me slowly updating my wardrobe, finding, hunting around looking for things. And the trickiest part I'm realizing is that, even though I lost some weight earlier this year, I'm just still big, bigger frame, and it seems like the entire fashion industry, at least most of the stores around here, are obsessed with the slim silhouette. So everything's skinny jeans, skinny trousers, tight fitting, everything. And you know what? It's not really flattering on me. So even though, so it's it leads to me looking off balance. So I'm trying to find things that are a little bit more flattering in terms of their cut design, and slowly finding success. But yeah. But I think I'm also hindered by the fact that I really am someone that prefers fall weather because I can wear more layers. Summer is always a struggle because I have to not layer up. Okay. Hey, Roller. Oops, we didn't mean to throw that. Ooh, how was your Saturday? Mine was busy, running around, running a bunch of different errands. I built a bookcase this morning and then did some redecorating in my room. I was just showing chat this a couple seconds ago. So this is what I've been doing. So I ended up building a bookcase this morning and adding it above my IKEA cube so that I could shelve all my role-playing game related stuff that I have out here. It's not my whole collection. Back in Saskatchewan, I have a pretty sizable collection of stuff, but this is kind of a smaller selection of kind of the key pieces that I have.
Mostly like different things that are useful as a DM, or different things I've kickstarted over the years, over the last few years. And then I have my diplomas up, and then I'm getting a headboard on Monday, and so that will add a little bit more visual interest on the other side above the bed. But I really need to get some sort of artwork or painting to go above the bed, I think is next. But yeah, then I'll, like, if I decide to make video content, or when I do Zoom conferences or interviews with people, I'll at least have a little bit more professional looking background, right? Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on. Ooh. And then over here, what we've been working on is trying to get our guts to finish curing so that we can go make a bow. But I don't think this is going to be done. Maybe it'll finish overnight. We're running out of food though. We just ate the deer carcass, and we scavenged a rabbit off of a wolf. But yeah, basically one way or another we're leaving in the morning and going to, have to go back to Coastal Highway. Try some of the houses, see if we can get some food. Oh, something else I did. So I ordered this last week because I thought, my vision, next time I go in for eye test, eye exam, they're probably going to tell me that my prescription's changed again. It's like, okay, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll get some cheap fashion glasses, right? They're just, just clear lenses, no prescription, but you can get them for pretty cheap. And then I just wear my contacts, and I can have the option of wearing like different types of glasses if I want to. So for instance, like I have this pair, right? And make me look smart, right? But I was looking for basically a set of glasses that the frame and lenses were bigger, because my reading glasses are like these kind of smaller size, which are fine. But I think I'm going to get another set of reading glasses that are more like the bigger size. I think like this, just a little bit more, I don't know, we'll see. But I don't need to buy 5 of them. Okay. Yeah, they're not uber sized, right? And they're not. They came in a selection of colors, but I have not figured out what I would wear. When I would wear the other colors. So I have I have a black set, a black frame and a blue frame, like a dark blue frame, which is one I just wore, and then. Which are very similar. It's hard to tell the difference between those two. Then I also have a white frame and kind of a yellow frame. I don't think I'll ever wear the yellow frame. It just looks too weird. The white frame, it would have to be a very specific type of outfit, and I just can't think of what it would be. I know people who wear white frames. I just can't figure out how I pull it off. and then whatchamacallit, a tortoiseshell frame. But honestly, I think the tortoiseshell pattern on this particular frame is mediocre. Not as interesting as some I've seen, so. But perhaps we'll figure out an occasion for why I would want to wear different frames.
I'm starving.
We're almost out. I am curious. Coastal Highway. I don't think we did Bear Creek, so we will have to do Bear Creek to get more cattails. Might have to eat our crackers.
I could eat anything right now.
Yeah, we're eating our crackers. Sad days. $93. What does it look like out here?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Windy. Okay, perfect. We have sunlight. Start a fire, grab our stuff. Make our way back into Coastal Highway.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear. Man, I could eat anything.
Okay. Cool, we smell, really smell. Hey, go away. Go away. Okay, we're gonna dump everything in here.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
A lot of guts on us. Do. Yeah, we're doing a quick trip down to the shore. See if we can find anything. Beach coming. Nice to get a fish.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. I can't feel my hands. God,
Okay.
freezing.
I'm feeling lucky. I think we'll get lucky out here. Yeah. I was almost not lucky.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Oh, there we go.
I can barely walk with this much gear. Come on, little fire. Are you serious? Come on, little fire. God, I'd eat anything right about now. Ugh.
Hey, let's see what else we can get here.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Yeah, that was pretty good. There we go. This feels like a blizzard about to happen. We still have to get out of here though.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
our next step is to make it to the exit. We can crouch down underneath the collapsed road and build a fire there. I don't know if this is going to get better or worse.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I think we're going to warm up our teas just in case our fire goes out.
Come on, little fire.
No, this is not good. Can't find anything now. This will do it this way. I don't know what we'll do. We'll just make more tea. Oops.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay, this is risky, but
Come on, little fire.
man, just not getting it started. Maybe we just go save it for another time. It's coming. It's coming back.
think we're gonna make it. Yeah, if everything goes well, we should hit halfway to our challenge tonight. So 25 days, and then we just need another 25. See if we can.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Okay.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay. Try to get. Okay, let's go inside and loot while that cooks.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Porridge or oatmeal or flour would be perfect for us right now. Complete strikeout.
sure I can carry much more.
I think we could still make it.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Hey, Roller? Anything in particular you want to hear? Go to a hot dog. Okay. You sent me the link for that already, so I guess we could try that. I picked up everything, right? Yeah, I did. Whenever I feel tired, we'll probably go for another 20-30 minutes, I think.
What have we here?
We really need to make a fishing hook and line. Well. Okay, let's see what we got out here. food this time.
Sure getting cold. Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Okay, let's drop a few of these things down.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yay. Pancakes. Well, bannock at least.
Barely walk with this much gear. sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Okay.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Hmm. Cooking for. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh, this is probably a good place to start wrapping up. We'll get Astrid through the night. So Astrid is currently saying on day 24. We'll get her to day 25, which will be halfway through the challenge. Okay. Come on, we have an 85% chance success. Should be able to succeed. Hey, Longshot, how's it going? We're getting ready to wind down, but we're almost halfway through our challenge. All right. 25 days now. Yeah, we're successfully at 25 days, which is halfway through our challenge. Give a shout out here for Longshot.
I don't think he's gonna attack me. Look! Ah! Ah, Sakura, you attacked me.
Feels kind of risky.
I was having a heart attack.
Can't make a fire.
Oh my god.
Anyways, day 25. So day 25. Ooh. So we're gonna save here. And we are going to read a few poems to wrap up, and then we'll go raid someone. Let's see. So, first off, we have a strange request that comes from so let's see. Roller asked us to read something weird. It's called Ode to a Hot Dog by Al Scorch. Let's see, here we go. Ode to a Hot Dog, a poem by Al Scorch. Mustards, acid yellow dressing, relish, verdant green so vibrant, onions, tomatoes, cucumbers cut into vegetables, refinement. Light as tufted seeds upon the wind go buoyant, angels fluff, though hot dog bun, flecked with poppy seeds, this holy vessel holds all of summer's enjoyment. Botanical salinity of celery salt's anointment, as sporting peppers jaunting spice, joins with the kosher dill, the spear that pierced the side of Christ, dogs split open on the grill, and the mingling of charcoal upon the humid wind, let all who care to know or notice that summer once again begins. Okay, so there we go, an ode to a hot dog. Yeah. Let's see, so we're going to read maybe one or two other things. Let us see what we get as suggestions from Poem Chooser. Short. Oh, we haven't done short for a while. Okay, so we'll do, this is a poem called Short. Comes from my second book of poetry. What is that? So, it's like a UFO in the background. Is that weird? That's weird. It's just some artifact from like the actual background behind the virtual image, but yeah, weird. Looked like a UFO floating there for a second. It's like what? Spooky encounter, right? Okay, so this is called Short, which is a reference to a fundamental type for declaring small integers. Short. In shallow waters, we say it is enough to use a small raft bound with reeds and twine, enough to name oneself after the mayfly, the airborne pebble before it skips and descends, after the sound a shovelful of earth makes as it falls into the darkness of the grave, or what we say to whatever leaps across the silence that sparks, brilliant, in the tiniest of containers we have laid in the earth. Here we store only the smallest of fires. It's only for a little while, we say. But soon everything is burning. Soon we can't remember what we said. The hallways are filling with smoke. Someone stands at the window, shaking. So yeah, short is basically, playing off of the multiple meanings of the word, as well as thinking about in relation to this idea of a variable type that contains very short integers. Usually it would be, for smaller numbers, nothing on the scale of like a long int or something like that. It's just meant for smaller numbers, small in the sense of computers. So that's something from Babbage's Dream. Maybe we'll throw one other fun thing out there from the world, the history, the long ago stuff, the juvenilia. What do we want to do? Okay. So, old poem, does not appear anywhere other than this chapbook I wrote. I put together this chapbook back in 2001. That's a long time ago. That was about a year after I moved to Los Angeles and was working as a programmer, but going to open mics. And I started thinking about, like, well, what if I want to share some of these poems I'm working on with other people? And so I started putting together these little chapbooks to give out or to sell at poetry events. So this is called Restless. My father says we have restless bones. We are prone to wander down back streets and mud-paved alleyways full of last year's papers and weeds grown tall as children. We cannot stay still. We have always moved. My memory holds no one town alone, but blurs one with another, blends their shapes and faces like a storm set loose on water. We have no home. We pause between roads. We live on intersections or at the edge of hills, the corners of streets, always ready to fall free, place the markings of our lives back into boxes. We use the same cardboard over and over again, scratch off labels, write a new destination in an old one's place. Not Daharan, not Taipei City, no, this time North Balford, Saskatchewan. What drives a man to move across this country with all his books and family loaded into a truck, bound for someplace cold? Yeah, so that's a little kind of inspired by family history, really. My father, his first librarian job was to go out to North Balford, Saskatchewan. So he finished up his degree here in Vancouver, and the first job that he was able to get was out in North Balford. And that's kind of the reality. Is your first job in many fields is usually not where or what you imagined, but it is a stepping stone into something else. He was there for about, we lived there for about a year and a half, and then he landed a really fantastic job, perfect for him, and we ended up moving to Regina, Saskatchewan, which is in the south, and it's the capital. It's a bigger library system, and the responsibilities were perfect for him. They were to manage, to supervise a special collection dedicated to preserving the history of the prairie provinces and the plain states, which basically meant he spent all day helping people with family history, with local histories, with historical fiction novels, with other forms of research and academic research. But anyways, he loved it. I would love to work in the special collections too, actually, but we'll see how that works out. And it is also true that my father liked keeping the boxes we had used for previous moves because he said, once you find a good quality box, it's an investment. It's like a really solid cardboard box. And some of the ones that they use to ship from international back to Canada were really, really solid boxes. And we kept them for several moves. And I would just see like addresses crossed off and like new information added on top of them. It was really kind of interesting how that played out. But yeah, I've done the same thing. My book boxes tend to last 2 or 3 moves. So okay, so a little bit of the past, a little bit of it's true, like the new boxes I get usually last maybe 2 moves and then they're not really worthwhile. So okay, so let's figure out who we can go raid. So let's look up Twitch, see who is on.
Potown is taking break. Slid Holmes is doing Outer Misery. Miss Hellcat. Oh, you know what? We haven't rated Miss Hellcat in a while. Let's do that. Okay. I think this is going to be a weird moment to raid in, but we'll pop in. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out. And let's see. Let's head on over. Thank you all. We'll see you. See you Tuesday, I think.